I know this sounds bad, but that bite was like worth being fat for.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck. Guys, how about these royalty-free tracks? I make these myself. Can you believe how good they sound? God damn. I deserve to get sucked off just for how good these fucking royalty-free tracks I make are. That's bad English. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I'm Dark Match Steve. I'm a little twink. You may have heard of me, maybe not. Either way, let's fuck this chicken. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is a lovely, lovely stream I do 5 nights a week, every weeknight around this time. And look, guys, we get in here, we slut it up. We what happens in this stream stays in this stream, okay? This is a safe space. Feel free to, get slutty in here, maybe take a titty out, whatever, just do what you like in here. Do whatever gets you off. I just want people to have fun, and then sometimes we dabble in truth and facts. We dabble, but we're mostly here to just have a good time, guys. How about that? Oh my God. I got cords on the ground blocking my rolling chair. I've only got like a foot of space to move here, and I can't even do that because I've got cords going under the. Anyway, fuck. Oh. What is it? Wednesday? More like Sunday. Fat Pig, what's up, lover? What's up, Sweet Tooth? How you doing? What's up, guys? Big E's up in here. I'm on a little bit early tonight. Hope you guys can appreciate that. We're not going to be on super late tonight, okay? I know I say it every night. Big E, welcome. Bob Cook's up in here. Michael Earl is here. Dutch Duke is in here. Stacy G, welcome, welcome. Sniz is here. Everyone tell me what you had for dinner tonight so we can determine what was in the food you ate. Your food you ate. Guys, let's figure it out. What if you had Girl Scout cookies, then you have toxic levels of heavy metals in your body, so there's that. I hope those Thin Mints were worth it. Guys, and those goddamn Girl Scouts are out there slinging them fucking cookies right in front of Publix. If you're in Florida, you know what I'm talking about. But whatever stores they set up out in front of stores, you get it. And they are out there literally slinging poison. They may as well be selling cigarettes out there. I mean, their cookies have arsenic in them. They may as well be selling cigarettes. Good God. Once you think, you think there's some just sacred shit in society or something like Girl Scout cookies, bare minimum. If any kind of cookie should be like not toxic, it should be Girl Scout cookies. The way these little bitches set up in front of stores all innocently with their mom standing there, and the little girls go, "Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?" And I have to go, "Oh, no, thank you." I can't go, "No, you fucking bitch, there's poison in that, and it's unhealthy to begin with." Fucking cookies. What do I look like? I'm fucking 12? What the fuck do I look like? I eat cookies. That's what I should say to them, but I'm polite. Rainy's in here. What's up, Rainy? How's it going? Thank you for joining me, guys. Welcome, welcome. Guys, if you're feeling a little slutty, take your bra off, whatever. Fucking guys, men, if you're feeling a little, just drop your pants. You're allowed to do that here. This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. Drop your fucking pants. Keep your shoes on, though, just in case. Airplane Willie, what's up, lover? Thanks for joining. Right in front of the entrance, and they group thinks that gives them green light to accost people. Yeah. They sell them a spot. I wasn't sure how that worked. If Publix just did it out of the goodness of their heart. Like, oh, they're Girl Scouts. I guess we gotta just, let them set up. God forbid if the news got out that Publix wouldn't allow Girl Scouts to set up in front of their stores. It would be really, really bad publicity. I literally assumed. Airplane Willie, thank you. Yeah, guys, please hit the like on the fucking stream. Please help me out. In fact, I'm gonna do that. Hold on, I think I can. Maybe I won't do it now. Maybe I will. Can I? How do I add polls on here? Wait, what? Do I not have the right kind to do polls? Intro. Huh. Guess maybe I don't. It's a Girl Scout shakedown at Publix. Bro, Brian from Philly, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. They're guilt tripping people and they're literally selling something that has similar ingredients to cigarettes. Fucking arsenic, mercury, cadmium. You guys know about cadmium? I used to add cacao to my protein shakes, and I found out like all cacao or cocoa, whatever. I don't know if there's really a difference. All fucking cocoa, even organic cocoa, whatever. From what I understand, all cocoa has cadmium in it. Let me look this up, make sure I'm not a crackhead. Yeah, so and this is one thing too. I didn't even know like number one, cadmium is just not one of maybe I'm just an actual retard, but cadmium isn't one of the fucking like heavy metals. That's a heavy metal, right? Yeah. That you memorize from the periodic table. We all remember arsenic, mercury, but it's like cadmium is fucking weird. Let me show this. I wasn't even planning on going down this route, guys, but let's pull this up. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but cacao, this is the craziest thing because no one fucking talks about this. No one talks about it until you fucking stumble across it like me. I think the only reason I found out about this is because of the organic market. I was looking around for cocoa or cacao, whatever, cocoa powder to put in my protein shakes. I was looking around and then I saw one package of a bunch of different organic varieties. One package said it was grown in a way that is to ensure low levels of cadmium. I'm like, what is cadmium? Fucking read it and weep, guys, right here. Yes, some chocolates, guys, it's all chocolates. It's pretty much all. They say some chocolates so they don't get sued. It's all chocolates. I don't care. Sue me. I have nothing. You can't take anything from me. Though levels can vary, and some brands have taken steps to reduce levels. How much cadmium is in chocolate? A 2024 study found that 35% of 72 dark chocolate products contain higher levels of cadmium than considered safe. Guys, no one eat more. Grando Reaper, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining. Sorry, I'm jumping right into bullshit. I smashed the M&Ms. I'm fucked. No, yeah, guys, be careful. I mean, look, I don't want to be the fucking health nut person that's just like, you can never have any of this stuff. You have a blood-brain barrier, okay? Some of this shit, I think it's like if you have a pack of M&Ms once in a blue moon, you're not going to die of cadmium overdose or something. Well, you may. I don't know. We got to look at this a little bit more. But I I say it all the time. I believe in cheat meals. I do cheat meals here and there, but it's important this is the thing, is as humans, like Terrence McKenna said, actually, I think he was quoting Marshall McLuhan, but Terrence McKenna said in the last video we watched while I was on shrooms, I do remember that humans aren't machines, but they will behave like machines whenever given the opportunity, because it actually it takes effort to be creative. And when we often have to do, it's not like we choose to do the same exact thing. We have to kind of do the same tasks over and over again where they're going to work and whatever the fuck will establish a route to go to work or whatever. And the food you eat during the week, like me, I eat like the same shit almost every fucking day, except for the weekends. I often get a little bit more creative and whatever because I don't have to work. You know, during the week, I don't even like think about getting creative of what I'm eating. I have certain foods that I eat almost every fucking day. A lot of people are like that. And so when you are putting this stuff in your, that's what you want to avoid is the dangerous shit or the risky or at least questionable shit you should limit to cheat meals at bare minimum, if not, do away with it completely. But yeah, guys, who the fuck knew? I didn't fucking know about this. Fuck the cadmium. This is like less than a year ago. I found out. I used to, up until like a year and a half ago. I think it's over a year ago, actually. It's been a while since I've been adding cacao to my shakes, but I used to fucking buy this shit by the jar and put a scoop into my shakes to make it chocolatey. I fucking quit that shit. Where does cadmium come from? Cacao solids are the main ingredient in chocolate that contains cadmium. Cacao and chocolate producers can blend cacao beans from different lots, which have different levels of cadmium. What can be done to reduce cadmium in chocolate? Chocolate companies have been pressured to reduce the amount of cadmium and lead in chocolate. Guys, it's not just cadmium, it's lead too. Efforts are underway to reduce cadmium absorption from soil for many crops and remove it during processing. So, yeah, there's different foods like this that they actually, there's plants that they absorb the shit from the soil. And there's little bits in a lot of the fucking soil and the plants fucking absorb it and then it ends up in the food product that you get from the plant. Let's look at this real quick. Consumer Reports. Let's see if how much they probably lay it out better than the fucking AI. Nothing like a handful of nickel to chase your aluminum toothpaste in the morning. Dude. Yeah, I buy special toothpaste also. There's still they have fluoride in the fucking tap water. What's the point of getting fluoride toothpaste? I get that. So I've gotten Native I get the same brand of deodorant too, the Native deodorant. The deodorant does not work well, but I'm not that stinky, so it works for me. But the Native toothpaste is fucking fluoride free, and they also have that Tom's brand, and they sell a fluoride free toothpaste as well. I use that shit. They use dark chocolate as toothpaste. Who's they? The Jews? Oh, what's up, Mood? Hey, how's it going, Mood? Johnny Fradley's up in here. What's up, lovers? Thank you guys for hanging. Yeah, we got a long form video to get to in a minute, guys. So just hang in with me. But yeah, I'll read through this article real quick. Let me speed read through the lead and cadmium could be in your dark chocolate. It's not just the dark chocolate, guys. Consumer Reports found I think they just tested the dark chocolate, which is a shame, guys, because dark chocolate I actually fuck with, man. I don't give a fuck about milk chocolate, but I'll eat the fuck out of some dark chocolate covered coffee beans from Sprouts. They sell them by where you weigh them out, like at the candy store, the health food stores. They do that where you can weigh out. And they have dark chocolate covered coffee beans. I don't eat them often at all. Sometimes just the weekends, if I ever do, but they're good as fuck. Consumer Reports found dangerous heavy metals in chocolate from Hershey's, Theo, Trader Joe's. Trader, they should respell that as Trader. TRAITR, I think. I don't know. They betrayed us. And other popular brands. Here are the ones that have had the most and some that are safer. Oh, let's hear. For many of us, dark chocolate is more than just a tasty treat. It's a mood lifter, an energy booster, a reward after a tough day, a favorite holiday gift. People also choose dark chocolate in particular for its potential health benefits that, thanks to studies that suggest its rich supply of antioxidants may improve heart health and other conditions, and for its relatively low levels of sugar. In fact, more than half of people in recent survey from the National Confectioners Association, Jesus Christ, describe dark chocolate as a better for you candy. But there's a dark side to this healthier chocolate. Research has found that some dark chocolate bars contain cadmium and lead, two heavy metals linked to a host of health problems in children and adults. The hot chocolate industry has been grappling with ways to lower those levels. To see how much of a risk these favorite treats pose, Consumer Report scientists recently measured the amounts of heavy metals in 28 dark chocolate bars. They detected cadmium in lead and lead in all of them. That's what I was saying, guys. Fucking, it's all of them. Especially, I feel like the bigger the chocolate company, the less that they give a fuck about doing anything about this. I don't know. Heavy metals and dark chocolate. CR tested a mix of Consumer Reports, I believe that means, tested a mix of brands, including smaller ones such as Alter Eco and Mast. I don't even. Those must be vegan or some shit. Who the fuck knows? And more familiar ones like Dove and Girdelli. For 23 of the bars, eating just 1 ounce a day would put an adult over, Jesus Christ, over a level that public health authorities and CR's experts say may be harmful for at least one of those heavy metals. Guys, be careful. I actually, you know what, guys? I could be trying to cover something more trendy. I could be just trying to get some clicks tonight, but I decided, you know what? I have to at least a couple shows out of the week make it something that's really useful to people's lives, perhaps. And, I decided let's talk about food. Guys, this is why the fuck are people having health problems and all these there's fucking heavy metals in the chocolate, guys. What's in our food? Heavy metals. It's not just a genre of music anymore. It's a kind of food, heavy metal. Put a level that public authorities and CPR experts say may be harmful for at least one of those heavy metals above the levels of 5 of the bars were above those levels for both cadmium and lead. Jesus Christ. Eating 1 ounce a day. 1 ounce isn't shit for some people. Eating fucking chocolate. Dan Wazinski. Yeah, it's a Tool shirt. Fuck yeah. Thank you on the Facebook too. Sir, if you don't mind, please hit the like. Wherever you're at, please hit the like button. It really does help me out a lot. I got to do I thought there was an option that I could put a poll on here, and I just don't want to fuck something up, so I'm not fucking with it at the moment. Holyoke Joe, thanks for joining us. What's up? Blummels, did I already say hi to you? What's up, dude? Thanks for joining us. Bro, we just talked about the Girl Scout cookies, which is what led me down this road of talking about chocolate. So it kind of went a little bit viral because of Rogan talking shit about it, and clips went around on Twitter. I think it was from a podcast he did like 1 or 2 days ago. But yeah, the cadmium is one of the things in the Girl Scout cookies too. The Girl Scout cookies were fucking awful, man. They have like 5 different kinds of heavy metals that are not good for consumption. Cadmium being one of them. But this is what I'm getting at, trying to show people the fucking the shit that's in some food, guys. You just don't even fucking know. I found this Blummels. I found this because I was looking up organic brands for powder cacao, just cacao powder I could add to protein shakes, and I saw cadmium. One of the containers said low levels of cadmium tested, and I was like, low levels of what, bitch? And it led me down this fucking rabbit hole, over a year ago. I don't eat much chocolate stuff anymore because of this. Apparently, like every fucking kind of chocolate has cadmium and or lead in it. That is insane. Honey Potter, what's up? He said Joe was me and I'm just a honey potter. You guys fighting about who Joe is and who isn't Joe? Long live Pussifer. God damn it, bro. I love Pussifer. Dude, Dan Wazinski. I don't know if you are familiar, but just because you mentioned Pussifer, I have no idea what other bit you like. Tool probably, apparently, but and we might go a copyright Scorched Earth stream sometime soon where I'll break down some of my favorite artists and bands and stuff. We'll play all kinds of music on here. I don't give a fuck if I get a strike as long as I don't get taken down, But if you like Pussifer, you might also like Sturgill Simpson. So the Pussifer, the fucking genre that Pussifer does is weird as fuck, man. It's almost like industrial mixed with some country. And if you like that, you'll like some of Sturgill Simpson stuff. Sturgill Simpson is a country artist, like he is a country guy, and I don't like much. I basically don't like any country except for Sturgill Simpson, pretty much. What Wumpscut? I don't hear anyone fucking talk about Wumpscut. I said Wumpscut to my friend. Dude, my buddy was playing some shit that sounded like Wumpscut a while ago, not that long. It was like a few weeks ago. I was like, dude, is this Wumpscut? He's like, what the fuck is Wumpscut? I'm not that familiar with them, but that War song, Wumpscut War, that shit goes heavy. Sturgill Simpson is a beast. Fuck yeah. I fucking love Sturgill Simpson. Yeah, dude, check it out. So, look up the album Metamodern Sounds and Country Music. That's a good album. From pretty much start to finish. It's got all kinds of stuff. But then there's like the album Sound and Fury. That one has some songs on it that sound just like Pussifer. I have a buddy that listens to both Sturgill and Pussifer, and we both agree on this. It's like the same sound. It's pretty awesome. And you can tell by Sturgill Simpson's lyrics, you can tell he listens to Tool. I'm telling you this. I haven't watched much interviews or anything with him. I'm telling you, he's a Tool fan. I can tell by the lyrics. It's a dead giveaway. So yeah, check out Sturgill Simpson, guys. It's badass shit. All right, let's read through a little bit more of this, see if there's anything worth checking out here. It's not that much more. Okay, yeah, we'll read the rest. So, that's risky stuff. So yeah, they're talking about just eating just 1 ounce a day for 23 of the bars. So they tested Consumer Report tested all these different chocolates, checking to see what the cadmium levels and stuff were in them. All of the chocolates contain cadmium and lead, all the ones they tested, which is probably reflects the market entirely. Every chocolate probably has cadmium. But it said for 23 of the bars, how many did they test? 28. Jesus Christ. I'm not good with percentages, but that's like fucking what? Over 75%, right? So 23 out of 28 bars, eating just 1 ounce a day would put an adult over a level that public health authorities say may be harmful for at least one of those heavy metals. So down in the next paragraph, that's risky stuff. Consistent long-term exposure, which again, guys, we all have repetitive diets. Consistent long-term exposure to even small amounts of heavy metals can lead to a variety of health problems. The danger is greatest for pregnant people. Jesus Christ. I forgot. We're not allowed to use the word woman anymore. Pregnant people and young children, because the metals can cause developmental problems. So that's the thing. And this, strangely enough, guys, this gets back to and we'll talk about this. I swear I'm going to break some of this down long form for the Bubba Army podcast, but this has to do with some of the problems related to the Visaxizines, the things that they hold your little kid down, they go, ah! Ah! And then your kid turns retarded. Guys, this is related. What's wrong with little kids and heavy metals? Uh-oh. Not a well-developed blood-brain barrier that causes problems. You should probably be real careful. Let's see. Okay. Heavy metals can cause developmental problems, affect brain development, and lead to lower IQ. Wow, imagine that. And wouldn't you know it, what besides your food, what else contains metals, aluminum, and polysorbate and shit like that? I won't say it. I will leave that for another day. But here we have them admitting that it's not good to put this stuff in your kid when it's in food. It's like pulling teeth to get anyone to admit this about other things that you put inside of your kid before they have a blood-brain barrier. But let's move on. But there are risks for people of any age, he says. Frequent exposure to lead in adults, for example, can lead to nerves, can lead. Why is the English language so fucked up like this? Whoever decided that lead and lead should be spelled the same, and they said to themselves, look, who's going to use it twice in a sentence? Who's going to use lead in a sentence? No one ever. So let's just make it the same word. Bad idea. Exposure to lead in adults, for example, can lead to nervous system problems, hypertension, immune system suppression, kidney damage, and reproductive issues. Oh, look out, guys. Sperm counts are going down. We swear it has nothing to do with M&Ms. While most people don't eat chocolate every day, 15% do. And guys, think about this. Yeah, the dark chocolate shit, people, and this is what they tested, the dark chocolate, you're more likely to think it's some acceptable thing for a good standard of health to eat dark chocolate. Maybe you say, oh, fucking Oreos and Chips Ahoy, they're delicious, but it's fucking shit for my body. Let me try I'll eat some dark chocolate instead, just so I can stop eating cookies every night. I'll eat a couple pieces of dark chocolate. It's healthy. Guys, there's plenty of people, 15% do eat chocolate every day. That's 15% of people that are they're dosing themselves with cadmium and lead every fucking day. According to the market research firm Mintel, 15% eat it. Even if you aren't a frequent consumer of dark chocolate or of chocolate, lead and cadmium can still be a concern. It can be found in many other foods such as sweet potatoes. Yeah, so this is one of the things that I've what else was it? Maca. I bought some maca. Luckily, it was only a small bag of maca that I bought, but it's one of these things that almost is like the root type of fucking plants, potato and whatever. Maca grows like a thing, almost like a beet. I think it's like a root thing that grows under the ground, and there's some of these different plants that are like that are food sources that they absorb these fucking metals, guys. It's a bitch. Sweet potatoes, which sucks. It's one of my favorites. Spinach, carrots, and small amounts of multiple sources can add up to dangerous levels. That's why it's important to limit exposure when you can. And again, this goes with the problem when you have a generally shitty diet for every day, the FDA will say for whatever serving size, whatever different food that you buy from the store, they'll say, oh, this food contains whatever the fuck, cadmium or whatever it is, but it's an acceptable level. It's under the level that the FDA deems as safe for consumption. However, it's the American diet, guys. You eat more than one serving. You know you do. And then on top of that, a lot of the same shit is in all the fucking food. It's so hard to find like good quality food with not some fucking sketchy bullshit added to it. Still, you don't need to swear off chocolate entirely. Kinley says, sorry. He adds that while most of the chocolate bars in CR's test had concerning levels of lead, cadmium, or both, 5 of them were relatively low in both. That shows it's possible for companies to make products with lower amounts of heavy metals and for consumers to find safer products that they enjoy, he says. In addition to choosing your dark chocolates wisely, there are a number of other steps you can take to continue enjoying dark chocolate. Enjoying chocolate. So, why the fuck? Oh, here they are. Okay, I was like, why didn't they give us the breakdown? But here it shows us. Thought they were scared of getting sued. So, we tested 28 dark chocolates lead cadmium to determine the risk posed by chocolates. Da, 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 da. Okay. Oh fuck, man! I can't believe it. Oh, Jesus. So these are the safer choices. Ghirardelli masked organic dark chocolate, 80% cacao, and fairly low levels of both. Lead is 14. Guys, I don't think I can eat chocolate ever again. I didn't even realize, like, I looked into this before, but it's like I forgot how significant these numbers are. This is actually fucking nuts. So high in cadmium. These are the safer high in lead. Tony's chocolanoli. What the fuck? Godiva is trying to kill you. 146%. Godiva. Endangered species. The brand is called Endangered Species, and they're trying to turn you into one with 181% lead levels. Holy fuck. Choco Love Extreme Dark Chocolate. It's called Extreme because the levels of lead are 240% the acceptable levels. Holy fuck, Hershey's. Hershey's sells special dark, mildly sweet chocolate. It better come with a coffin because lead levels are 266%. High in both lead and cadmium. Fucking A, man. And this is the healthy stuff, guy. This is dark chocolate. It's healthy. Holy fucking shit, guys. Holy fuck. Bro. Oh fuck, man. This is real. This ain't a fucking game. All right, let me yeah, if you like chocolate, eat it in moderation. It better come with a coffin. You guys like that? Oh, I'm glad. Okay, I'm look, if I don't throw in a joke here or there, I'll be accused of getting too dark. I gotta turn my AC on. I had shut it off because it got cold overnight last night. Okay. Oh. All right, let's pull up this video. I don't think it's that long, but let's pull it up before we run out of time here. I don't think we watched this on here yet, guys. I'm pretty sure we didn't. So let's check this out. Oh fuck. Wrong button. Yeah, so we watched, what did we watch before? I don't think we watched this. Guys, quit fighting in the chat. Holyoke Joe. You guys. Oh my god. You guys are cracking me up. Oh my god. Come on, guys. Come on. Everybody. I'm trying to, you know, I'm not trying to be referee. I'm trying to be Robert F. Kennedy.
Have a nice day.
I'm your own personal food health czar. Pay attention.
See you tomorrow.
Jerk.
Mickey 17. Only
That movie actually looks like if they didn't over Hollywood it up, then it might be cool. But I don't know. It does look guys, something about mainstream movies. I really got spoiled by a friend who showed me a bunch of indie films back in the day. I haven't seen them in years, but I got really spoiled by my buddy showing me all these different indie films, and it gives you this. Guys, we don't realize it when we go to see a standard movie that's in theaters. We don't realize how they feed us the same fucking bullshit. And these vibes, there's these just like major cringe Hollywood vibes of the fucking movies that you go to see. You pay like out the ass for, you know, the ticket, and then you have to actually cut off one of your arms and then a leg to get a bowl of popcorn, a bag of popcorn. So it's like, you know, we're getting doubly abused with that, but then on top of that, the abuse we get is you're shown corny fucking movies.
Theaters March 7th. Ticket.
Interstellar was really good. That was in theaters. There's a few of them that are okay, but yeah, a lot of the time they have these like fucking, I don't know what it is. There's a vibe these movies get that it's just so gay and cringe.
It's on sale now. Rated R.
For our grocery stores, restaurants, and kitchens.
All right, let's check this out. Oh shit, no. Oh. Playback speed. We'll go normal for now. So, what are we looking at today? 11 of the most fake foods in the world. Business Insider. Let's see. Let's see where this goes.
It takes over 40 gallons of sap to make just one jug of real maple syrup. That's why one of these bottles can cost $10. And grocery stores are flooded with imitation syrups that don't have any maple sap at all. In fact,
guys, blew my fucking mind when I actually looked at the bottle of regular maple syrup that's in the cabinet. I've had it for years. There's 2 bottles of regular fake store-bought maple syrup. You know, Aunt Jemima, whatever the fuck, great value. I don't know what I was thinking. I was actually shocked that there's no maple syrup in the ingredients. None. Fuck, man.
tons of expensive foods we love eating might not be the real thing, including wasabi, vanilla, and truffle oil.
The main reason why this happens, it's all about money.
Some of this is legal, as long as products that aren't the real deal disclose it on the packaging, even if it's a bit sneaky. But often, it's illegal, with entire criminal rings behind these counterfeit foods. Globally, the fraudulent food industry could be worth $40 billion.
The sort of least end of it, you're getting ripped off. At the worst end, you're literally getting poisoned.
So how did fake food take over our grocery stores, restaurants, and kitchens? And how do counterfeiters get away with it? We travel around the world to learn how to spot the real stuff. First up, truffles. Hate to break it to you, but your $15 truffle fries don't have any truffle on them.
What is called truffle oil is
Good thing I don't like truffle fries.
entirely made in a laboratory. It has nothing to do with mushrooms.
Real truffles are pricey and rare, and they need specific conditions to grow, usually in places like Italy and France, or here in the UK.
Truffles are always found with trees, and they have to be the right type of trees. Under the ground, the truffle is just the fruiting body, so an equivalent of an apple.
We used to train pigs to find the fungi, but now mostly dogs do the sniffing.
Good boy, thank you, good boy, come. So he's told it's there, it's still in the ground, so do I want to take it out of the ground or not? It all depends on if it's ripe. If it's unripe, there's no point in having it. So the nose comes into play, and we actually sniff the ground for it. Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, that's probably about 70, 80 grams.
Holy fuck, $102.
Once the truffle is out of the ground, the clock is ticking. It's just sort of slowly going to degrade over time.
People have learned how to farm truffles successfully. About 80% of the black truffles we consume are now cultivated, but it can still take as long as 6 years to grow them. And most attempts to farm the most expensive white truffles have failed, which is why they're so pricey and often counterfeited. Since truffles are hunted in the wild and delivered in labelless bags, it's easy for fraudsters to swap them out for cheaper ones without getting caught.
That fucking Sicilian redneck. Thank you, sir, for checking out the stream over on the Rumble. Yeah, it looked like Bella a little bit, right? Pitbull Labrador.
But truffle oil might be the trickiest. It's usually just olive or sunflower oil with a touch of a synthetic compound derived from petroleum called 2,4-dithiapentane. It contains the same aromatic component of foot odor. That's why you get that earthy taste and can sometimes smell gas.
Anything with a truffle flavor added to it is really problematic. Truffle is not a product that lends itself to being either made in oil or steeped in oil.
You can tell it's artificial when you see words like truffle flavoring or aroma on a package. The most foolproof, though, see it shaved right in front of you.
It should look like a truffle, look like a mushroom product.
Did you say 59?
59.
59.
5.9. These new tariffs are going to drive up the auto cost.
I'm already paying like $200.
Guys, what happened? Did I get knocked off again or something? Okay, no, you saw the ad? Okay.
Maple syrup is another tricky case. One food fraud lawyer we spoke to estimated as much as half of what's labeled 100% maple syrup might be fake. Real maple syrup is tapped from trees. Canada produces 85% of the world's real supply.
Pat O'Brien, you son of a bitch. Yo, Dark Match, speaking of truffles, bro, have you ever made any truffle butter out of your boy toy? No. No. No.
Why?
No.
But the US set production records in 2022 thanks to brands like Sapjack out of Vermont. The company steam heats its sap. Then machines filter and bottle the syrup, usually within 6 hours. It takes about 44 gallons of sap to make just 1 gallon of real maple syrup, which is why real maple syrup can cost about 6 times more than pancake syrup.
Bro, the fucking maple syrup I get, it better be real, because let me show you guys. Let me show you. I'm gonna grab my syrup so I can show you what I use. All right, I got 3 bottles here. 3 fucking bottles. Just to prove to you guys, I was just going to show you what I use, but let me show you the other bottles, because I couldn't fucking believe this. All right. This is the shit I get that's Green Wise, and I don't use it often. I don't even eat like pancakes and waffles anymore. You know what I actually use this for is my Greek yogurt. My fucking, I get flavorless, plain Greek yogurt with no flavoring added or anything. It doesn't taste great. I can eat it without flavoring. I don't give a fuck. It's, I only eat like 3 or 4 tablespoons of it. But, I pour a little of this in my Greek yogurt sometimes and mix it. It's fucking amazing. Maple Greek yogurt. This is what I get. Fucking Green Wise organic, 100% pure maple syrup. Okay? This is the 32-ounce bottle. It is fairly big. Your standard bottle, this is like a standard one, is 24 ounces. So this is a little bit more, but not that much more. This is $20. This is $20 fucking dollars, okay? Ridiculous. But if you look at the ingredients, look at the ingredients there. Let me get it in there. Ingredients. Maple syrup. That's it. That's all that's there in the ingredients. The other words there, it says distributed by Publix, da-da-da-da-da. Fucking, so yeah, this better actually be real maple syrup. Look at the guys, I couldn't believe this. You're not going to be able to see it that well with this shitty camera. Take a goddamn screenshot when it goes clear. I'll read it off here. No, it's not. It's going to keep fucking with me. Guys, there's no maple syrup in this. There's no maple syrup in this. I couldn't believe it. Butter flavored syrup. Okay. I just assumed syrup means it has some syrup in it. Butter flavored syrup. Artificially flavored. Okay. I get that. The butter flavor is artificial. There's literally nothing real about it, though. No syrup in it. I'll read the ingredients. Hold on. Corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup. Those are 2 different syrups, neither of them maple. Okay. Water contains less than 2% of salt, cellulose gum, natural and artificial flavors, sodium hexametaphosphate. Hexametaphosphate. Okay, we got it. Sodium benzoate, preservative, sorbic acid, preservative, and caramel color. Thank God they put the caramel color in here. Otherwise, it would be like neon green, glowing. Toxic fucking chemicals. Let's read the next one. It's pretty much the same deal we got. Dun, da, da, da. Corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup. The mixture of those 2 corn syrups gives you a very, delightful texture. Water, And then it contains less than 2% of salt, cellulose gum, natural artificial flavor, sodium hexametaphosphate, sodium benzate, same shit, sorbic acid, caramel color. It's all the same bullshit. Fake stuff. You don't even, I mean, I guess maybe other people think about it. I didn't. I'm like everybody else. You go to the grocery store, you assume you can just buy some food and it won't kill you or won't be complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. No syrup in the fucking ingredients. That is actually insane.
The imitation kind is often a mix of corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, and added flavorings. This kind of syrup isn't illegal, and you can tell it's not real maple when you see words like pancake syrup or table syrup on the label, while the authentic kind will say 100% or pure, and have just maple syrup on the ingredients list. But there's a more nefarious kind of syrup fraud. The FDA says companies have previously bottled up fake syrup, labeled it 100% real syrup, and pocketed the profits. And that's illegal. In that case, it might be best to look at the consistency. Real syrup is often thinner than fake corn-based syrups. Wasabi is probably the most widely faked food on.
This one is thinner. That's funny because the expensive one I buy is thinner. It's a little more liquidy. It's not as easy to control when I go to pour it on my Greek yogurt. Pat O'Brien, what the fuck are you talking about? This video is for low IQ leftists. And so what if it is? Have I had any solid logs lately? Yes, normally, that's the thing. Since I've changed my diet, I think I've talked about it on here before, but dude, I used to have like irritable bowel syndrome. At least that's what it seemed like. I would shit like too many times a day, guys. I don't want to go too much information for you, but like, guys, I would shit like, depends, but at least I needed a depends because I would shit like 3 to 5 times a day or something fucking insane. And I have like healthy deer-like brown shits, and it's normally like once or twice a day, same times a day. My fucking healthy ass. I think my stomach really does not, I'm not a fucking what is it? I don't think I have celiac disease or something. I think my stomach is actually sensitive to glyphosate because I'm telling you guys, when I eat a regular diet, non-organic, whatever bullshit, I have the shits, and then it's like clockwork. And I've done this before where I've cheated for a few days, went off my organic diet, and then went back to it eventually. And I'm telling you, within days, I start getting a hemorrhoid. My little pink, beautiful butthole gets all angry and red, and I get a fucking hemorrhoid.
On our list. It's estimated only 1% of American wasabi and 5% of Japanese wasabi is real. Most of it is actually a mixture of horseradish, a sweetener, and a food starch.
It's just funny to me when people say like, "Oh, I love wasabi, I love sushi here," and I'm thinking like, "Well, you've never had good sushi and you've never had any wasabi," but
The FDA doesn't have specific guidelines for the term wasabi, so only its rules on labeling would apply. As long as the ingredients list is accurate, it's legal to label something prepared wasabi, even if it's just horseradish.
Not going to make you sick to eat it. It just doesn't taste as good.
Real wasabi is related to cheap veggies like horseradish, cabbage, or broccoli, but it can cost nearly 30 times more. For one, there's way more demand than supply. Wasabi is surprisingly rare. It's considered the hardest plant to farm commercially in the world. It grows naturally along Japanese mountain springs, where the temperatures are mild and there's enough shade and gravel soil. The Wasabi Company, based in the UK, is the first commercial grower in Europe. The company has recreated the conditions of Japan, but it still takes 18 months before the plant is ready for harvesting.
The harvesting will be done by hand, and then it's a laborious process to break it apart, the whole plant, and then clean up the rhizomes. There's no machine that's gonna help you pull this out of the ground and trim it up fit for the sushi candy. This is a stem. We get our special grater, which has very, very fine teeth, and you can see that it doesn't have any holes on the back. We're not after really grating the wasabi, we're after pasting.
This can cost $319 per kilo.
And if you're not seeing it grated fresh in front of you, then it's very unlikely it's fresh wasabi.
So what does real
Wow, that's funny.
wasabi look and taste like? It should be chunkier and have a gritty texture, whereas horseradish-based wasabi will be smooth. And the real stuff actually doesn't have as spicy of a kick. It's more subtle. Another victim to confusing labeling, Parmesan cheese. There are only about 300 dairies in the entire world that are certified to produce authentic Parmigiano Reggiano.
Bro, the fucking cheese too. Most of the fucking cheese. Dark Match, are you thicker than that wasabi stick? The one he was grading? I don't know. I wish I would have seen this comment back when he was grading. Hold on, let's go back. Am I thicker than the wasabi stick? Let's see. This one? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how big this guy's hands are, but you know what? I think I'm at least, I know I'm at least this thick. It gets a little thick right here, but I can't tell. This guy's hands don't look too big. I'm sure I'm at least as big as this wasabi stick. You fucking, I can't believe you have me answering these questions. Yeah, where were we? Oh, cheese now. Cheese. Okay, guys. Pat O'Brien, stop it. Cheese. Bro, Pfizer. I saw this thing that there's shit that's in all this, all the cheese pretty much contains this fucking GMO shit that Pfizer developed. It's like, let me see if I can find it. Rennet. That's what it is. Rennet. FDA approves bioengineered cheese enzyme. The first genetically engineered product for human consumption and enzyme expected to be of wide use in making cheese was approved yesterday. Oh, this was in 1990. Guys, let's just, you know how we are. We're not afraid to do a little reading over here. Let's pull this up. This is Washington Post from 1990, guys. Look at this. No. Ew, get out of here. No. Okay, well, this happened in 1990. You get the picture. We can't read it because they want to charge me. Animal rennet. Okay, so that's is like animal rennet is like one of the main ingredients in cheese, and they made this other fucking fake shit. I don't think this video is going to talk about it. I watched this video before, but I was like not watching it, you know? Like I had clicked on this and it played, and I caught some parts, but there's some of this that I am seeing for the first time with this video. I don't think, however, in this video that they talk about this. You're with me, guys? Okay. In this article, let's dive into why I believe you should only be eating cheese made with animal rennet, and how over 90% of the cheese sold in the US does not use this and instead uses genetically modified version made by Pfizer. Outline: cheese history, types of rennet used in cheese making, safety concerns of genetically modified organisms, our cheeses. Okay, cheese history. How long is this fucking shit? Oh, that's a fair amount. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What do we want to read? We're not going to read the whole thing. Humans have been making this food for over 7,000 years. In fact, cheese serves an important role in human history. Historians document milk. Cheese is made with 4 ingredients: milk, salt, starter culture used to make desired cheese strains, animal rennet, the final ingredient, used as a clotting agent to curdle the milk into cheese, separating the liquid apart from milk from solids, a very vital part of cheese making process. You add culture to milk and let it ferment, then you add rennet, which separates the milk into curds and whey. Then you press the curds, age them, and voila, cheese. Rennet is a complex set of enzymes. Maybe they do mention this in what we're about to watch. We'll skim through this. So there's animal rennet, vegetable rennet, which is probably, some factory byproduct. Vegetable rennet, unfortunately, varies a lot depending on the source, and the term vegetable rennet is misused a lot. True vegetable rennet is derived from plants that possess coagulation enzymes, and these plant extracts have been used as milk coagulants since ancient times. Some examples include cardoon thistle, fig tree bark, or nettles. Okay, so the cheese industry doesn't like using it. Microbial rennet. So, and then genetically modified. To overcome some of the shortcomings of vegetable and microbial rennet, like the potential bitter taste, scientists have leveraged genetic engineering technology to create a genetically modified species that generates these milk-curdling enzymes, introducing the most common alternative to animal rennet in cheese making, FPC, which stands for fermentation-produced chymosin, referring to the enzyme that curdles milk and is naturally present in the stomach lining of ruminant animals. In fact, 90% of cheese manufactured in the U.S. uses these enzymes from genetically modified organisms. FPC was created by one and only Pfizer and is made possible by using CRISPR gene editing. Holy fucking shit. Are we actually tying every conspiracy to this? Oh, fuck. The CRISPR gene editing technology, where the genomes of living organisms are modified, then safety of FPC was evaluated by a 90-day trial in rats. Okay, so it killed some rats. Why not put it in our food? Here's how it's made. Rennet producing gene is taken out of the animal cell's DNA string and then inserted into the bacteria, yeast, or mold host cell. Jesus Christ. Gene splicing, recombinant DNA technology. Once inserted, newly placed gene initiates the process of the chymosin enzyme within the host. The host culture is then cultivated and fermented. These recombinant and DNA technologies are relatively new and became popular in the 1980s when the U.S. Supreme Court, by a 5-4 vote, ruled that new life forms can be patented. Good God. So then in 1990, in another precedent-setting decision by U.S. government office, the FDA approved the use of FPC in food. It was the first time a bioengineered product was permitted in food in the U.S. Holy fuck, guys. It all started with the cheese. In 2014, former deputy FDA commissioner for food, Michael Taylor, commented on FDA's failure to regulate food chemicals. saying, listen up, guys. This is someone from the FDA, not crazy Dark Match Steve. This is a quote from someone that worked at the FDA. We simply do not have the information to vouch for the safety of many of these chemicals. So GRAS is this loophole. 43% of food additives are designated GRAS, GRAS, whatever, and don't get FDA oversight. Essentially, we must trust the food companies will conduct unbiased safety determinations before adding these new GRAS substances to our food. According to the FDC Act, food additives that are non-GRAS need approval prior to marketing. In contrast, GRAS substances do not require approval or notification to the US FDA prior to marketing. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. GRAS, that means generally regarded as safe. Generally, generally, guys. It's generally regarded as safe. It's probably okay. You might die, but there won't be a lot of people that die from it. Bioengineered FPC was granted generally regarded as safe status, meaning Pfizer was exempt from pre-approval requirements that apply to others. Guys, this fucking company is just getting away with probably actual murder. Guys, this is insane. This is insane how much Pfizer has a fucking role in our lives. I didn't fucking know this was like real. This is fucking real. This goddamn company is just up to the worst shit. They fucking lie about what data they have on drugs. They have the largest fine in history of a goddamn pharmaceutical company. And also, they ruined cheese. They actually ruined a kind of food. 90% of the cheese in this country is fucking dog shit because of this company. Fake fucking bullshit. And they just get passes from the FDA. Why? Well, I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that the FDA gets a bunch of funding from the pharmaceutical companies. I'm sure that's unrelated to the fact that this company just gets free passes to fucking put whatever in products that we consume. All right, okay, we get it. Let's look over safety concerns. I wanted to look at that, and then we'll get right back to the video, guys, okay? So, safety concerns of genetically modified enzymes. Well, again, this technology is new. There are no long-term studies evaluating the safety of eating a small amount of this genetically modified food additive every single day. Which, again, guys, we have repetitive diets. This goes the same shit with the chocolate bullshit. Probably people are more likely to eat cheese almost every day and more than chocolate. There are two main concerns, toxicity and digestive issues, since these rennet alternatives can serve as an allergen. Of course they do. Toxicity meaning that the enzyme solutions contain biotoxins from the genetically modified host, mold, or fungus. So yeah, they're getting this shit off of fucking molds and funguses that is being cultured and fermented in the lab. Biotoxins from molds and shit that are in the cheese. The producers of these enzymes claim the final FPC enzyme solution is highly purified, but some people react as though they still contain some of the allergens from the host microorganism themselves. In fact, traces of genetically engineered bacteria have been found in enzymes. Holy fuck, dude. The bacteria themselves are in the fucking cheese. The GMO bacteria. We're eating fucking GMO bacteria in the fucking, Kraft Singles. Which I don't eat. That shit's fucking disgusting. I don't even think that Kraft Singles is actually plastic. I don't even think any of this information applies to Kraft Singles because that's not even cheese. They don't even market it as cheese. They just call it Kraft Singles and expect you to know, it looks like cheese, but they're Kraft Singles. It ain't cheese. I can't believe it's not cheese. A few quotes from the literature regarding these toxicity concerns. I don't know about you, but I have no desire to consume biotoxins from genetically modified organisms. Genetically modified food enzymes are currently produced from GMOs. Safety concerns have been raised regarding potential contamination of food with bacterial toxins or mycotoxins, which is mushroom toxins, allergens, or uncharacterized extraneous substances as impurities. Because these enzymes are purified from microbial sources, toxic substances might be present in enzyme preparation isolates. The toxic substances are basically bacterial toxins and mycotoxins, which might cause problems, risks related to the health of consumers. Safety legislation, is also very much attentive regarding the allergic properties of manufactured enzymes. Okay. Inhalative sensitizers. What the fuck? Apart from that, numerous uncharacterized extraneous substances, impurities of microbial biological organ may also be present in the enzyme preparation, which is also a matter of prime concern while evaluating safety of commercial enzyme products. Man. While food enzyme preparations are considered unlikely to cause any acute toxicity, genotoxicity, or repeat dose oral toxicity, it is the fermentation products of microorganisms from the manufacturing process that are of interest due to the potential presence of secondary metabolites that may induce toxicity when ingested. Aflatoxins, fuminescens, and or ochratoxins. So some are concerned about continuous ingestion of these biotoxins over time and the negative health consequences those would have over the course of years. Not much regulation here. So here it's talking about respiratory allergies. Industrial enzymes are linked to respiratory allergies, skin, eye irritation. Okay. Let's go back to the video.
Cheese. There are only about 300 dairies in the entire world that are certified to produce authentic Parmigiano Reggiano, and they're under strict regulations. It can only be made in one region of Italy, called Emilia-Romagna. This is the sole place in the world that has all three bacteria needed to give Parm its distinct taste. Cheese masters combine day-old skim and fresh milk. They add whey and rennet. Then they split the milk into curds. The mixture cooks for 5 minutes to kill off bacteria and to settle the curds at the bottom of the vat. What's left is a massive 220-pound curd.
Damn, bro, they ain't got no fucking gloves on or nothing. They're fucking making this shit like the goddamn Indians.
Makers dump it into molds and add stencils to identify the cheese as authentic. The wheel heads to brining to form a rind, and then a huge aging room.
Holy fucking shit. Look at all that cheese.
Fermentano le componenti del latte negli aromi, profumi e sapori tipici del parmigiano.
Someone stole my Old Spice swaggle.
Boots. There's DIY, and there's doing it yourself.
It takes at least 1 year of aging for it to develop these crunchy crystals. They're buildups of amino acids, and they hold the cheese's umami taste. But some will stay here for up to a decade.
I sped it up some.
The longer they mature, the more crystals form, and the more valuable they become. One wheel can cost well over $1,000, but other countries have different laws. In the US, you can legally call something Parmesan without following the strict Italian rules for Parmigiano Reggiano. For example, American Parm can be aged for only 10 months, whereas in Italy, at least a year is required. But grated cheese is even further from the real thing. In the US, producers are allowed to mix in fillers like rice flour or cellulose, commonly obtained from wood pulp.
Yeah, so I get this Parmesan. What else is in it? Parmesan Romano mix, and it comes. I like it because it comes in a glass thing, and it has no cellulose filler shit in it too. So it seems like it's a fairly good. It's not organic, but it's fairly good quality. And it says, I forget how long it says it's aged for, but I think it's over a year. So unless they are lying on the label, I'm buying decent quality cheese.
They're used to keep the grains from sticking together. The Center for Dairy Research suggests keeping cellulose levels between 2 and 4%. But the problem is companies aren't required to list the percentages of these fillers, and often no one's checking. In 2016, Bloomberg reported Walmart's Great Value 100% Parmesan had 7.8% cellulose, nearly double the suggested limit. Some 50 lawsuits were filed alleging the labeling was misleading, but a judge dismissed them all. But there's a more nefarious kind of parm fraud, where criminals label counterfeit cheese as real Italian Parmigiano Reggiano. Estimates put these illegal sales at $2 billion each year. Phony cheeses are hurting the real Parmigiano industry in Italy.
They lose market share and value. Half the people in Parma's life depends upon the Parma ham or Parmesan cheese industry. And so there's a big impetus to protect that.
So while you're standing in the cheese aisle, how do you make sure you're grabbing the authentic parm? Well, first, maybe don't buy those shakers. Each chunk of the wheel will have a part of the words Parmigiano Reggiano spelled out in dots. It'll also have a protected designation of origin, or DOP label.
The real Parmesan cheese from Italy is readily available, almost any supermarket, certainly any cheese shop. Sometimes it's cheaper than some of the fake versions.
The other tell is taste. Parmigiano Reggiano, depending on the age, will have those crystals that pack a fruity and nutty flavor. Just like Parmesan, vanilla can have some confusing labeling. It's estimated just 1% of all vanilla products in the world are real. Most of the legit stuff comes from Madagascar, where farmers pollinate orchids by hand. The beans are boiled and sun-dried at a processing facility. Workers hand massage each pod to release the chemical vanillin. The beans then soak in a mixture of alcohol and water to make...
Everybody with their bare hands on my fucking food. What's the deal? I get it. It's fake, but could you at least keep your goddamn germs off of my food?
The extract. The whole thing is laborious and expensive. So in the US, many brands sell imitation versions using lab-made vanillin. It's either derived from petroleum or from compounds found in clove oil, wood, and bark.
Oh, great. Petroleum. That's just what I wanted in my fucking sweet potato casserole. Some petroleum.
And that's legal as long as artificial flavoring is listed on the package. But it could be more dangerous in other countries. In 2008 in Mexico.
Guys, this is what... The fucking flavoring... I'm telling you guys, it's fucking bullshit. I'm so sick of the flavoring shit. Food, real food has flavor. You don't have to add this bullshit to it. And this is the thing, is they've made it the standard for the food industry in America is, oh, look at this. We have whatever it is, ice cream that's fruity pebble flavored. I wonder how they do that. Oh, well, they just spray it with the same bullshit. It's not like there's some great food ingredient that gives it that flavor. They literally just spray it with the same chemicals. It's so fucking stupid. And it's like, I'm like, there was a time when I was impressed seeing different flavored drinks and shit that I tried, and I was like, wow, they made this flavor really well. This tastes just like whatever the fuck. And it's like, it's not even impressive anymore. You can make any drink that tastes like fucking anything because they just spray it with fucking factory chemicals. It's fucked up.
Some products labeled as vanilla were found to be made from the beans of a tonka tree, a completely different plant. They contained a toxic substance called coumarin that's banned in the US and is dangerous for people on blood thinners. These illegal products were sold all over the Americas.
Oops.
So how can you tell what's real? Many vanilla products like ice cream and cookies get away with using the imitation stuff by just saying natural flavoring on the ingredients list. The real stuff will list vanilla bean extractives. Also, take a look and a whiff. In this test we did, the authentic vanilla smelled much stronger of alcohol, and it was much cloudier than the fake stuff. Caviar, the most expensive fish eggs out there, can also mean big payouts for fraudsters. In the US, federal agents have busted multiple criminal operations for fraudulent caviar. It's often counterfeited because it's so difficult to harvest. One of America's only
How the fuck do you make fake fish eggs?
caviar farms is raising beluga,
We're about to find out, I guess, but that seems laborious.
which is some of the priciest eggs on the market. A single kilogram can sell for a whopping $24,000. Caviar is made from the roe or the eggs of sturgeons, which are critically endangered. It takes 10 years before a sturgeon is ready to have its roe harvested. Producers remove the egg sac from the dead fish and rub it over a metal grate. Salting the eggs is especially difficult because workers don't want to pop any of them. A 2-ounce jar goes for $175 at a shop in New York City. Those high prices tempt criminal counterfeiters, who often come from China or Vietnam. They make fake caviar from the eggs of cheaper fish. Or they'll label low-grade caviar as a fancier imported kind so they can charge
Lumpfish.
more, which is hard to catch.
I certainly cannot look at a bunch of fish eggs and tell whether they're expensive fish eggs or not expensive fish eggs.
So if you're going to spend hundreds on a tiny jar, you want to make sure it's the real deal, right? Well, you can use the hot water test. Real caviar will harden in hot water as the proteins cook, but fake caviar will dissolve. Knockoff roe might look dull and take irregular shapes, while authentic caviar will be uniformly sized and have a glossy shine to it.
Fish cum. That's exactly what I want. That's my favorite food is fish cum.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity.
Pat O'Brien, I don't remember during the whole Kurt Angle interview, I was just in the chat talking shit. I don't even know what happened with that interview. I was talking about that I wanted to see Lummy do a naked hardcore match with Matt Riddle. And then like 30 seconds went by. They mentioned, who else did they mention? I forget. Oh yeah. And then I said I wanted to see Lummy take on Cody Rhodes in a naked ladder match. And then they brought up Undertaker, and then I said the Undertaker's finisher move, the Tombstone, made me realize I was gay, which I did have. That's kind of a joke, but there's some truth to that, and I'll leave it at that.
Fake honey is even more widespread. A third of what's traded internationally is adulterated or completely fake.
I feel it's the biggest secret food fraud that has ever been perpetrated globally. I really do.
Real honey needs a perfect combination of nature and patience. Bees do most of the work. Beekeepers have to be careful not to disturb the natural process. They suit up with a face mask and full body coverings to protect from stings. This smoker calms the bees so they can easily remove honeycomb frames. Beekeepers scrape the wax that keeps the honey in each cell. Finally, a centrifuge spins the frames, pushing the honey out of the combs. But globally, there is more honey being sold than the world's bees are capable of making. Only counterfeits containing little to no real honey can explain that difference. Dupes are made up of high fructose corn syrup and other cheap syrups like glucose, rice, cane, or beet.
You don't have to go to all the hard work of the beekeeping and all of that lengthy process. You just get maybe some honey and some other honey from somewhere else. You blend it together, you add some sugars.
Many experts say the fake honey often comes from China, the biggest honey exporter on the planet. Fraudsters in China market sugar syrups that will outsmart lab tests if added to honey, or they'll filter out all the pollen, making it impossible to trace.
This stuff that's being shipped out of China technically isn't even honey. You're looking at that honey going through so many pairs of hands. So there are many, many opportunities for it to be bulked out with cheaper sugars.
In 2013, the U.S. Justice Department busted 2 American honey importers in one of the biggest food fraud cases in U.S. history. In what's now called Honeygate, they routed sham Chinese honey laced with antibiotics through other countries to avoid import.
Holy fuck, with the antibiotics too. You know, you just knew it wasn't only fake honey. If they're selling fake honey and no one caught it, you know there's got to be fucking lead or something in it. But there you go, antibiotics. They're drugging us as well.
These both had to pay millions in fines. But Sarah does have a few tips. First, avoid any label with the word blend.
The very act of processing honey, that damages honey irreparably. Even if they're not adding anything, they're corrupting that honey and they're making it worthless, just a worthless jar of sugars.
She says your best bet is to buy raw honey from a local producer at a nearby farmer's market and be willing to pay a little bit more.
If you're going for the cheap end of the market, you're going to get an awful lot of fraudulently produced honey.
Honey Potter, that's true. They're fucking said the honey they send over here, it has fucking fentanyl in it. Fucking Chinese are trying to kill us.
Olive oil also tops our list of frequently faked foods. Authentic extra virgin olive oil has to be freshly squeezed from ripe olives. Most come from farms in Spain, Italy, or Greece. Like this cooperative farm in Antequera, Spain, the largest olive oil producer in the world. Workers harvest olives from November to January using these vibrating machines that shake the fruit loose. They dump the olives into big trailers waiting to head to factories. This one can process thousands of olives an hour.
It's a Hitachi brand olive shaker.
First, washing off any dirt. Extra virgin olive oil is the least processed kind out there, using no heat or chemicals. The machines grind the olives into a thick paste, and then spin it. Massive decanters press it out of the mush. The factory pumps the oil into storage and finally into bottles. This is one of the most expensive cooking oils in the world, selling for over $10 a 17-ounce bottle. And it's easy to imitate, so criminal rings making fake oil have thrived since ancient Rome.
Well? Like Squarespace, like. Squarespace, like.
Some fill up these bottles with cheap soybean or vegetable oil. Others mix in lower grade olive oil but still label it as extra virgin.
If you hold a bottle of olive oil up to the light in the supermarket, you can't tell if it has corn oil in it or not.
Some are so organized, they have their own supply chains, from farms to bottling facilities, like this ring in Italy that Europol busted.
I just farted.
So how do you know what you're buying is real extra virgin?
If it just says virgin, if it just says olive oil, if it says olive oil blend, if it says light olive oil, it's not an olive oil that I would buy. You don't want to buy anything that's not extra virgin. They don't leave those words off on purpose, right?
Plus, if it's $3 a bottle, Larry says it's too good to be true. The pressed on date is also important. European oils are harvested in the fall and winter, so if you're buying a Spanish olive oil in August, it's nearly a year old. Larry says it starts losing flavor after a year or two, so you never want a pressed on date that's more than 2 years old. You could also smell it. Real olive oil has a fruity and grassy smell. If it smells like nothing, or it's rancid, there's a good chance it's not real. This is real Wagyu beef, but what's popping up on menus across the US probably isn't. Wagyu literally means Japanese cow, and it refers to 4 main breeds. The Japanese government tightly regulates how these cows are raised to control the quality of their meat. A popular type of Wagyu is Kobe beef, which comes from the area around Kobe, Japan. The steers, or castrated bulls, are fed a strict diet of rice
R.I.P. Kobe.
and corn. Foodies love their meat for its tenderness, sweetness, and distinct marbling. As of 2019, a pound of Wagyu could cost up to $200. The cows themselves could sell for as much as $30,000. That can be more than 10 times the price of Black Angus cattle. And Japan only exports a few thousand tons a year, so Wagyu in American restaurants isn't always up to Japanese standards. Most of the Wagyu cattle in the US have also been bred with other, hardier breeds that can handle environments like the dry heat of Texas, so their meat isn't 100% Wagyu. According to USDA rules, Wagyu cows only need to have one parent with at least 93.7% Wagyu genetics, so they could have as little as 46.9% themselves and still be called Wagyu. The USDA isn't responsible for what goes on at restaurants, so they can more easily get away with listing something as Wagyu on a menu when it might not be up to snuff.
Arby's made a new burger, upgraded it with rich, juicy Wagyu beef.
Take this commercial for Arby's Wagyu burger. In the fine print, you'll see it contains only 51% American Wagyu. So how can you make sure your $300 is getting you an actual Wagyu steak? Well, first, you can look at it. The fat in real Wagyu is evenly distributed. The marbling is distinctive with thin, intricate white veins. Also, Larry says Kobe would rarely, if ever, be served on the bone, and it doesn't make the best burger because it's too tender to be formed into patties. If you're still not convinced, you can ask to see the Wagyu's certificate of authenticity, or look for this bronze statue in restaurants authorized to sell Kobe. You might be surprised to learn even your coffee could be phony. You could just be brewing up a bag of inferior beans marketed as some more expensive ones. Or it could be something completely different, ground acorns, barley, or wheat.
Coffee is
plastic.
Big business. And historically, it has been cut with anything that's brown. Burnt paper, burnt corn, sawdust.
That's because
melted plastic.
Growing coffee is expensive and labor intensive. Farmers need to harvest more than 1,500 of these cherries to make just 1 pound of coffee beans. And they have to do it fast.
We have to do something with it immediately. It only lasts 24 hours.
Workers have to handpick the berries, avoiding unripe ones. Then they load only the ripe ones into 100-pound bags. The skin is removed and the 2 seeds inside are dried out and roasted. Large-scale farms can produce cheaper coffee picking the whole tree and processing ripe and unripe berries together. It's not illegal, but it hurts quality. What is illegal? When counterfeiters bag up cheaper beans, slap on a fake label, and fool customers into paying more. Or when they fill a portion of a bag with cheaper coffee. And they get away with it because coffee's origin is so hard to track.
You have thousands and thousands of really small producers around the world who pick their beans and then they're put into trucks and then they're put into containers and then they're put on boats. There's so many points along those supply chains that somebody has the opportunity to tamper with products.
But you can do your due diligence. Buy from reputable sources. Verify the origin of your coffee. Look for certifications like from the Specialty Coffee Association on the packaging. Saffron is the world's most expensive spice, but the market for red gold is widely tainted with cheaper products. Real saffron comes from 3 tiny strands, or stigmas, of the Crocus sativus flower.
I don't know shit about saffron. I haven't used this for... Who the fuck uses saffron?
Here in Kashmir, the delicate flowers need about 2 years to grow before farmers like Ashiq Rashid can harvest them, just like his family has done for nearly a century. The stigmas are so fragile, farmers must remove them by hand. The less valuable yellow tips are cut off and sifted out. Ashiq and his dad spend 2.5 hours plucking enough saffron just to fill this tiny container. All in all, it takes over 150,000 flowers to make just 1 kilo of saffron, which can cost $3,000. With those prices, counterfeiters can earn big bucks if they dupe buyers.
What the fuck is saffron used for? Hold on. Medicine, okay, culinary. Saffron is a key ingredient in many dishes, including paella, risotto, biryani. Used to flavor and color rice dishes. Tahdig, risotto, seafood, poultry, pastas, pairs well with. Huh.
It's even been reported criminals earned millions passing off hay, horsehair, coconut filaments, or roots as saffron. To stop the influx of imitation saffron, the local government launched this trading center. Farmers can authenticate their crop and get a GI tag. But the center has barely scratched the surface. So how can consumers make sure they're purchasing real saffron? You can do a water test.
Types of saffron are put into water or milk. It should give very slowly release a yellow color and not an instant coloring of red or orange color. That is a purity test for saffron.
The threads of fake saffron will also easily disintegrate, while real ones will hold their form. And then there's the price.
Paying more for products does not assure their validity, but paying less kind of assures their invalidity. You're not going to get cheap saffron.
So why is all this counterfeit stuff really that awful?
One is just pure economic fraud. If you buy what you think is Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee for $30 a pound and it's cheaper coffee, you've been ripped off.
But then there's our health. If your extra virgin olive oil is secretly cut with peanut oil and you're allergic to peanuts, well, that could be deadly.
Especially products out of China. Honey has been found to contain drugs that are banned in this country because they're known carcinogens.
Authentic brands can't compete with the cheap prices of fakes.
Cheap honey imports really do hamper us from
Cancerous honey. The food is cancerous, guys. Look out.
selling our honey at a fair price. It's meeting implausible, low price points.
Beekeepers warn the fraudulent stuff could put them and millions of hives out of business. But why is this problem so widespread? And why is it hard to catch the criminals? Some criminal groups are so well structured, they operate like companies with multiple departments. They even have teams researching consumer trends to decide what to counterfeit next. In one Italian olive oil ring, the culprits hired food scientists to create recipes. The counterfeiters will then secure suppliers and set up sophisticated factories and abandoned warehouses. They operate in areas where real products are made, so their movements don't arouse suspicion. Criminals will bottle up the fraudulent product to look like real ones, down to a fake batch number. To sell their counterfeits, they often knock on restaurant doors.
Bro, you know there's fake sea moss and fake shilajit out there for sure right now. That's the new, there's the trending shit, sea moss and shilajit.
Or set up fake websites or postings, operating virtually and shipping products through multiple...
I used to see a lot of commercials for sea moss. I don't think it's as trending as much as it was.
...countries makes it much harder to trace. Europol helped break up 40 organized crime rings committing food fraud in 2022, including an Italian gang exporting fake olive oil, a network passing off gardenia saffron in Spain, and a fake spice operation in South Africa. But with massive international supply chains, it's really hard to catch all the counterfeits. While the USDA inspects imported meat and eggs, the Food and Drug Administration is responsible for the rest, and it's estimated the FDA inspects just 1 to 2% of imported foods.
And they have made very clear that they consider the drug side of their equation a higher priority, and they always had and probably always will have finite resources. I disagree with that logic because I look at the food we eat as the only drug that everybody takes every day.
The story is very odd, very complex. It really commits to something very original.
But even if they're caught,
I don't know, that movie might be corny, guys.
the punishment isn't usually as harsh as drug trafficking.
This is big crime, and why not? It's huge money. It's better than dealing drugs for them, because no one's going to break your door down at 4 a.m. and arrest you for selling rubbish honey.
Larry says 2 things could deter
Whoa.
counterfeiting before it starts: tougher sentencing and the use of blockchain to track the supply chain through labels.
So I think the situation is improving, just not enough. I think we need to get clearer laws, real penalties, and real enforcement, not just a slap on the wrist. You can't legislate crime away, but you can certainly...
Blockchain. Now you got to buy honey with Bitcoin if you don't want it to be cancerous.
Make it tougher.
But some of it comes down to the consumer.
Because I think if we stop buying the really cheap, horrible product, actually, in the end, this fraud will become far less of an issue.
Buy things in their whole form. You know what a lobster looks like, but you buy like lobster ravioli, sometimes there's no lobster.
And always look at the ingredient list. Because if you know how to differentiate the real stuff from the fake stuff, the decision of what you put in your body becomes yours.
The consumer does have power. Though we appear to be utterly disempowered in this debate, we're not.
People should not live their lives in fear of going to the supermarket. Make it your mission as a consumer to try to buy things that are better.
If you by mistake buy some really rubbish honey, it is the best hair pack in the world, hair and face pack. Just put it on your hair, slap it on your face, and because it's only about sugars, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So it doesn't have to go to waste. You don't have to eat stuff, but you can just make.
Except it has fucking, you know, whatever they said, antibiotics and heavy metals and stuff.
Like the best beauty treatment that ever was.
I don't want that in my fucking hair. All right, Pat O'Brien, Alex Jones sells Shilajit and CMOS. Yeah, a lot of people are onto the Shilajit stuff. I almost tried that, and I don't know about it. Might be, I'm worried it's a little bit too trendy. And also, it was one of those things where it was just too complicated, where I was just like, I'm just going to take some fucking vitamins. Because I was starting to look into, and I think I mentioned to you guys, one of the people I saw selling Shilajit was this guy on Instagram who I was following because he posts about interesting stuff, sometimes health related and different, you know, crazy shit. The guy started selling Shilajit and talking about flat earth, basically just to sell Shilajit to gullible people. I'm telling you guys, like, there's something weird going on with the Shilajit stuff, and I don't trust it. I don't know where to get real stuff. And whether this guy was saying, oh, well, I sell the stuff that isn't purified, so that means it has all of the nutrients that you want. And then I looked it up, and it was like, you don't want to buy, someplace I saw was like, you don't want to buy unpurified Shilajit because then it contains this, this, and this. And then I mentioned it to the guy, and he's just like, he blocked me, you know. I was just like, okay, I'm not taking Shilajit because it's clearly, you know, probably half the people taking it are, you know, they're marks. They don't know what they're buying. Especially when the people selling it are targeting flat earthers as their demographic. That is scary. That's not good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I got to get out of here. I got on a little bit early so that we could, we could look into some stuff and get through the fake food thing. I'm sure some of that was, I'm sure a lot of people have the general idea that they're not buying the best quality shit sometimes when you're just getting whatever off the shelf of Walmart. But it's better to kind of really see for yourself what these people are doing, these corporations. So with that, I will leave you. I don't know. Is the new podcast out? Hold on, guys. Let me check. Doesn't look like it. My podcast, the new one I did for Bubba, is not up yet. Loner Stoner is up. Clement Kush. Yeah, they got plenty of stuff to check out there. But yeah, mine's not up there. I'll give you guys the notice when it's up there. I need clicks, guys. Though my first one was pretty well received. And I was I hate to say it, but guys, when I recorded that, it was the day after that mushroom trip. I was still kind of fucked up in the head. So that one, I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys for all the support. Please hit the like, subscribe, all that shit, all those buttons. Just click buttons on my stuff. Wherever you see that there's buttons on my videos, just click them. And if anyone's interested, of course, it's not necessary, because I have a job. I'm not completely broke, but it would help. I do put a lot of time aside to be able to stream and to do the parody songs and stuff. My new Kanye parody song got me in some trouble on YouTube, so it's over on Twitter and Rumble and Instagram at the moment. So go check that out. And that, of course, I had to take some time off of work to do that. Streaming costs money, whatever. If you do want to support monetarily, want to help me out a little bit, you can do that at PayPal. I'm Darkmatch, DarkMatch. And on Venmo, I'm Dark Match Steve, DarkMatchSteve. So go hit those up if you want to help me out a little bit. If not, at least hit the fucking goddamn like button. Thank you. I appreciate it. Promo code. Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Great show as always. Fucking Pat O'Brien, Honey Potter, all you guys that have hung with me. I'm sure Fat Pig's still in here. Thank you all so much for the support. I will see you guys fucking tomorrow night. Should be on by 8 o'clock latest. So I'll see you then. Oh, where's the outro? Okay. Bye.